Hello, my name is Chris Rudd, known online as Kit Laser, and I'm delighted to welcome you to the Retro Replay series here at Landmark Theaters, chronicling perhaps the most important era in American cinema history, the New Hollywood movement. Today you're in for a real treat, a movie that you've probably seen before but most likely never in a theater, The Graduate from 1967, directed by Mike Nichols, which won him an Oscar for Best Director and was nominated for 6 other Academy Awards, including Best Picture. The Graduate is another crucial waypoint for the American cinematic revolution. It did for sex in American movies what Bonnie and Clyde did for violence.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me. Aren't you?
It normalized explicit and highly unusual sexual situations, paved the way for making that kind of movie mainstream.
Oh, God.
The Graduate is based on a book of the same name by Charles Webb, a book that is supposedly based on a true story. For the film, they almost cast Robert Redford, because the protagonist, the character of Benjamin Braddock, is described in the book as being tall and athletic.
You're very nearly perfect.
That's a rotten thing to say.
But Nichols ultimately decided that no one would believe that Robert Redford was an underdog, a sexually insecure college graduate. Legend has it that Nichols told this to Robert Redford, and Redford was confused. Nichols said, "Have you ever struck out with a girl?" Robert Redford replied, "What do you mean?" "That's precisely my point," said the director. So they hired the virtually unknown and physically unimpressive Dustin Hoffman instead, inadvertently making him a star and changing Hollywood's perception of a leading man forever. Steven Soderbergh has said that The Graduate is the seminal event in the defining of motion picture leading men in the last 50 years. You'll probably notice a lot of Simon and Garfunkel songs on the soundtrack. They were supposed to write 3 original songs for the film, but they were busy. The filmmakers inserted Scarborough Fair and Sound of Silence onto the soundtrack as placeholders. Obviously, they were never taken out. The one original song, Here's to You, Mrs. Robinson, became the #1 hit of 1968. Over time, the public perception of The Graduate, and whether or not the film's protagonist is a likable character or a veritable creep, has changed dramatically. The interesting thing is that the film is just as subversive today as it was in 1967, just in different ways. Society evolves, and taboos evolve with it. I think it has one of the best and most memorable endings of any movie ever. I won't spoil it here just in case. Just know that what happens was not originally in the script per se. It's the result of Mike Nichols cleverly deciding to never call cut, letting the actors grow increasingly uncomfortable. I'm jealous of everybody in this theater right now. Enjoy seeing The Graduate on the big screen.